Hello, Veritas. Happy New Year. My name is Chris McConaughey. I am the Director of Mercy and Justice at Short North. And we are just ramping up and gearing up for our Learning Extension Center to open up again here in just a few weeks. So this is something we saw God's faithfulness in this past fall. It was something that was a need that arose very quickly, very suddenly, and it was just very obvious that this was an opportunity that we could really step into. We had the ability. Columbus City Schools started completely virtual. We've got Wyland Park Elementary, right, that we just know they're right in our backyard. We know about them. We care about them. And we wanted to open up our building to provide Wi-Fi and food and some tutoring help and some just structure and just honestly just to communicate some love and value to the students that are right down the street. So it was incredibly clear that God has been moving, and more than just the practical needs that we were able to meet. One of the biggest goals we had was just to build some relationships that reflect God's heart and His love and communicate the gospel both explicitly but also implicitly, just with how we are loving and caring for these relationships. And man, that absolutely happened. It was so fun to see. It was so fun to see our volunteers just connect with the students, and the students just connect with them. We've gotten to know many moms really well. We've actually stayed in touch over winter break, and we've been able to do a lot of different things. So we are super excited to start this up again. COVID stuff, forthcoming. We always need to be flexible and make sure we're being safe. But the tentative start date is going to be January 18th here, and in just a couple weeks that we're going to open back up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to noon, right here in our building. So we really need your help. First of all, we're actually hoping to hire a temporary part-time position as a site leader for this Learning Extension Center. So if that is something that you are interested in, or if someone comes to mind that you think might be interested, I would love to talk to you. I would love to, to explain more of what we're looking for. But basically, this site leader role would be more of it would provide a lot of the consistency that we really saw that we needed in the fall. A consistent person that's there kind of each day to make sure all the same rules and structures and daily schedules and relationships are staying consistent there. So that's a huge need. Please pray about that, and please pass the word around about that. Also, we just need some more volunteers. Volunteers again during the middle of the day. I know that's not convenient for everyone, but we did have a few dozen people in the fall that were able to kind of step in just here and there. Some people could make it every week. Some people could just make it once or twice a month, and it was just really fun to see everybody kind of pitch in and serve this, come together for this single need. So one thing I wanted to mention was we did have a couple people come in and they actually did their work remotely in the room. So they weren't, full-time volunteering, but they were just another adult presence in the room, right? So that we can make sure we're following our care policies of adults, in the room, where they could help with bathroom breaks or getting lunch together, knowing that, the majority of the time they were actually sitting right there working on their own computer, working remote. So that's one thing to consider. But if you have any flexibility in your schedule, or if you're open and free during those times, we would love to have you. And we really need some more help there. There's also other kind of fun needs. Just we need people to be willing to drive and transport the students back and forth. Maybe it might take a half hour to 45 minutes. And then I'm also hoping to do some crafts and activities. So if you're that type of person where you would just like to show up just once or twice, and come with like a craft prepared to just lead the kids through during and out and after the lunch, I would love that. And we also are excited to provide food. This is something that we saw was a really fun, way to serve and love the families. We're going to be providing fresh breakfast and also lunch. So you're definitely welcome to prepare something, but it also could be just going to Kroger and we can give you kind of a short list of some fresh items that we'd like to get for that week, and you could just kind of adopt a week or adopt a day, and that would be very, very helpful. So, and above all, please just be praying for this ministry, praying for these relationships that we're building, and thank you guys.